The first time this summer, Tim Hovland and Kent Steffes, the number 2 seeds, going against St. John Smith and Randy Stoklos, the number 1 seeded team, the team that has been the number 1 seed, it seems like forever, almost 10 years now, Paul. Hovland and Steffes will really have to play their best ball to defeat Smith and Stoklos. Answer every question, but if we answer your question on the air, we will send you a free AVP t-shirt. Actually, we will not send you the free AVP t-shirt. The AVP will send you the free AVP t-shirt, courtesy of the AVP. Okay. 3-2 is our score. Hovland and Steffes trailing Smith and Stoklos. That's some good questions. Eddie Chinetti.
I got to say, my buddy Eddie Chinetti, there's a tournament this year in Cape Cod. So you got to check it out. Not too far from the Boston area. We'll be coming to B-Town.
We have our freestyle timer on this particular game. 11 minutes so far out in the hot sun. And we'll keep track of the elapsed time and hopefully show it to you at the end of the match to see how long these guys go. Smith, you would figure the longer. Nice play. Oh, the Kong! Steffes over Stoklos.
But what we're going to have here, this is an unfortunate break for Tim Hovland. Made an unbelievable play. Tim Hovland, look at the speed that this man still possesses on the beach. But he's under the net, the joust. Steffes and Hovland celebrating, but when Hovland went under the net, he interfered with Randy Stoklos.
And Hovland is screaming at the official, John Martin, under the net. So Hovland is upset. He made a great diving bump. Let's listen.
Yes, you were.
This is a key play.
He interfered with his block. Okay, here we go. Okay, hey, let's go. Randy, are you okay to play? Here we go.
It's so hot out, Hovland can't even wear his tank top to rip it off. So Bobby Clark says, get back there, Mr. Sandman. 4-2, Smith Stoklos. Great play by Hovland and Steffes, but it was a violation.
Another bad pass.
Same play, Stoklos! And Stoklos says, I am the greatest!
I might have lost the joust to play before, but this is just lights out. Oh my goodness. Hovland and Steffes are in deep trouble here. Their strategy clearly working. Kent Steffes not passing the ball well.
Nothing makes Randy Stoklos madder than to lose a Kong joust at the net, even though it was illegal. 5-2 is our score. Final action here on Prime Network. Second beach volleyball tournament of the year. $2.6 million in prize money this year. A $500,000 bonus pool at the end of the year. Steffes. And Steffes cranks inside. Steffes and Hovland definitely have some fans here, Paul, that want to see them.
Well, getting back to the finals of the winner's bracket, there were about 12,000 people here for that match earlier today when these same two teams met and saw Steffes and Hovland fall behind 10-0, and they came back. They earned a lot of fans in that match.
Steffes with the float serve, blocked by Hovland. Stokey digs it out.
Hovland and Steffes got a score here.
Oh, and Steffes hits it out of bounds. So a side out to Smith Stoklos. You know, I've had some people down at State Beach, Paul, tell me that they think Smith and Stoklos are going to win every single tournament this year.
Well, unless Hovland and Steffes beat them, I don't think there's anyone else out here who can really threaten. And let's remember, Karchkirai is in Italy until April at the least,
yes.
June at the most.
He may miss 12 tournaments. We'll give you that Karchkirai update. I just talked to him on the phone. He says his team is undefeated. He got his 2-month phone bill, which was $5,500. And his wife got a crummy haircut, and she's mad because when she went in, she looked gorgeous. When she came out, her hair looked like Timmons.
I'm sure Jana would still look good with a flat top.
So Karchkirai having some fun as Hovland makes the did. Chance for a point. Hovland needs it, and he gets it. So Hov trying to encourage the crowd. Hovland plays much better when the fans are with him or on him or whatever.
Well, I've spent some time with Tim, not only when we were doing the mailbag, and we thank him for joining us there. That was a lot of fun. But I asked him, you know, is the heat bothering you? And he said, Paul, I feel fine. Nothing bothers me except losing.
Oh, he's lying. Stoklos spins one up. Here comes Hovland. And Steffes back to Hovland. Smith will have it. Little dish up to the net. It's Konged. Stoklos, watch out for the bomb. Off Steffes, out of bounds. Good recovery by Stoklos and Smith. And this is one of the loudest crowds I've heard, Paul, since Hawaii.
Well, since the first tournament of the year, and I've been astounded by the size of crowds, much bigger than in Fort Myers last year, and certainly one of the most vocal. They're having a great time.
St. John Smith to serve. 5-3 is our score. Smith and Stoklos are ahead by 2. Steffes. And Hovland goes to Stokey. And Steffes touched the net. So Hovland and Steffes making some unforced errors.
Well, they're not passing the ball at all well. They got to get into a good side-out rhythm. They have not accomplished that. Tim Hovland making some great diving plays, a good dig there, but his young partner into the net. They're not putting it together, but they're only down by 3.
In a very hot, long 2-day tournament. The early season stuff. And Bobby Clark says we're taking a sand timeout, a 20-second sand timeout. How about last year? Who were the best players, Paul? Well, Smith and Stoklos so consistent. 12 wins, 6 seconds. Karai right behind. He was challenging. Frohoff had an excellent year. Hovland, pretty good. And Steffes, the new kid on the block, with 6 wins and 6 seconds. So those are the people that we expect to see up there again this year. And perhaps a resurgence from Mike Dodd and a couple of others that could challenge. But right now, no one has been able to figure out how to beat St. John Smith and Randy Stoklos. It is 6-3. This is our final. Chris Marlowe with Paul Sunderland. Blocked. And Stoklos gets another one. 2 stuffs for Randy Stoklos, both for points. And it's a side change. So timeout on the sand here in Fort Myers, Florida. Smith and Stoklos behind the blocking of Big Randy. Starting to sail away with this one, 7-3. And Hovland and Steffes come back. Better stay with us, we'll find out. Chris Marlowe and Paul Sunderland, we're back in sunny Florida. I was about to say Southern California, but it's not. We're on the East Coast, 5,000 miles away from Hawaii, our first tournament in early February. And a lot of kids down here on spring break, and they're having some fun. And what a day for it. A perfect day for weather, slight breeze, temperature in the 70s, and I don't want to call them groupies, but the fans are out to see their favorite teams and favorite players. And right now, St. John and Smith, Randy Stoklos, 7. Hovland and Steffes only have 3.
Getting back to whether or not they can win every tournament. Even if Karch comes back, I think that 18 victories for Smith and Stoklos, very attainable this year.
If you're wondering, 24 tour stops this year on the AVP domestic tour. There are a number of international events. Brazil already happened. Smith and Stoklos won that.
Australia already happened. Smith and Stoklos won that.
Trying Stoklos. Here he comes. And he hits it out of bounds. So that's a point.
Hovland and Steffes have to hope for more and more of that. They've been going to St. John Smith early on in this final, not having much success. Go to Randy Stoklos, hope for some errors, hope for some stuffs.
Steffes, lifetime prize money, $161,000.
Come on!
Nice dink shot. Steffes just bought a new condominium in Santa Monica, so he's doing fine financially, if you're wondering.
Is it in walking distance to State Beach? His stomping ground.
Now, when Stoklos looks for real estate, he's looking for shopping centers, apartment buildings, baseball teams. He's in a little different stratosphere. And you want to talk St. John Smith? Well, he's in the Forbes 500. Almost.
Owns a couple of houses in Mexico and one up in the mountains, and doing quite well for himself, and deservedly so.
Glad you're with us on Prime Network, wherever you are around the country. Just the start of our coverage this year.
Great
Nice.
pokey. Great pokey. And such a difficult shot. Very hard to appreciate that play at home because he's just hitting the ball with his knuckles and still controlling location and depth and altitude over the defense.
7-4 is our score. And Smith going to hone in here on Hovland. He's going to send it up. Watch for the sky ball. Smith, as you see by the numbers, been very consistent.
Nice pass by Hobb.
Go line! Get ready!
Blocked. Stoklos has it. Smith keeps it in play. And Hovland, but oh, Stoklos has it. And Smith can't get there. So good action here at Fort Myers Beach.
Steffes and Hovland having to work very, very hard to get things happening in their favor. A little miscommunication, almost the first husband and wife of the Fort Myers Beach Open, and Hovland eventually drills down the sideline off Randy Stoklos' chest.
Now, we haven't had a husband and wife play in the semis or finals yet, have we?
No, I have not seen the infamous,
haven't had one
notorious husband and wife play
Right,
yet.
we haven't had one in Florida. Of course, that is no communication. The ball goes right down the pipe in between the two players. So Hovland and Steffes with the serving error. And Stoklos will serve. Don't see quite as many jump serves when it's hot, because it really drains you.
Henry Stoklos is back to serve.
And Stoklos saying that there's something wrong with the line. And when Stokey puts his toe on the line, that thing moves.
Well, he's got about a size 16 down there, and his foot probably weighs about 40 pounds, and he jerks the line with his big toe, and the beach shook.
If there's something to argue about on the Pro Beach Tour, the players will find it.
Or if there's an argument already happening, Stokey will go and seek it out.
That's right. Stokey and Hovland, two of the best debate men you'll find. Hovland. Smith has it.
Look out.
And another big play. Stoklos making the deflecting block, and Smith putting him up there perfectly.
Well, St. John Smith has got some of the best ball control of anybody ever to play the game of volleyball. Playing defense behind Randy Stoklos makes his living a lot easier. Put the ball up on top of the net, and Randy makes the opposition pay. Keeping the ball on Kent Steffes.
Smith with a dig.
Scoring opportunity.
Nice dig. Hovland, here he comes, and there it goes.
Very nice dig by Tim Hovland. He's not slowing down and trying to get his young partner into this match, and Kent Steffes got to come through for him right now and block a ball.
We will be picking a Killer Loop Kill Award winner today. Bausch & Lomb pleased to present $500 to the leading killer in the final match. And right now, Kent Steffes has a nice little lead. Kills for Kent Steffes. He has 7. Hovland right with him also with 7. So balanced scoring, and Stoklos has 7. So the Killer Loop Kill Award is up for grabs.
However, many of Stoklos is coming at the end of point scoring opportunities at a straight down variety.
Hey, that's okay.
Yeah, that'll work too.
Bausch & Lomb doesn't differentiate. 8-4 is our score.
I think Hovland and Steffes are still trying to find their personality together. Kent's a little quieter than maybe Hov would like or is used to, and Mike Dodd was very quiet. It just took Hov about 9 years to figure it out. And it's going to take a little while for these two players really to get their quote-unquote karma together on the beach.
Hovland blocking, ball hit out of bounds by St. John Smith.
Now they're really going to move the line. That ball was out by about 3 inches. Looking down the sideline once again.
Stokey tried to kick it out about 6 inches. Make sure that ball was in by St. John.
It's a foot and a half off. It goes in.
And Smith is saying the line is a foot and a half off.
That doesn't mean it's
Hey, Butch, pull the court that way, see if you can.
that one over.
It's almost time for Bobby Clark to step in and tell everybody to shut up and play ball.
He's got an umpire standing right here. The umpire should just walk out, take a look down the line, and if it's crooked, fix it. It's too hot to stand out here.
Well, let's listen to Bobby Clark.
It's the way it's being. Let's play. No messing with the court. Let's go. Hey, we both get both sides.
Hovland arguing that it's the same for both teams because each team gets on one side.
Hey, let's straighten it out.
Well, I think they either ought to correct it or
Clark
play.
is saying straighten it out.
One or the other. Fix it or play. Real easy to do.
Now, one thing you'll notice, usually the great players are not good at this. It's usually the crappy players that are good at setting up the lines and setting up the net. The superstars never have to do that. And Bobby Clark is going into his pocket. We're going to get at least a yellow card, maybe a red. Let's see. Bobby Clark. And Clark gives a yellow to Stoklos. Unsportsmanlike conduct.
2 minutes by not doing it. Somebody's got to do it.
And we're into it now.
I think St. John is right. He walked over and he says, we've wasted 2 minutes just standing out here arguing.
And there's a red card to Smith and Stoklos.
Do it.
So I believe that's a point, is it not, Paul?
That should be a point. But I think he's right. I think he's right. He said, if somebody's going to fix the court, heck, I'll fix it.
And Smith is going nuts, and he may have a point. And Hovland and Steffes are catching up much quicker in this match than we thought. It is now 8-6.
How hot is too hot when you don't have to do anything to score points? What the heck?
One more point, and we have a side change. Get ready for a commercial. Action here at the Miller Lite Fort Myers Open. Okay, while they sort this out, we're going to take a short break. Stay with us. Action heating up. We're back at the Miller Lite Fort Myers Open. I'm Chris Marlowe, along with my pal and partner Paul Sunderland. Final action, Smith, Stoklos, Hovland, and Dodd. If you just joined us, we have had a major argument blow-up point deduction. Stoklos originally noticed that the line was out of whack down the line. He tried to fix it with his toe. He moved it over an inch or two. Smith hit a ball out of bounds, and then he complained that the line was out about 6 inches. After that, they decided, or tried to decide, to move the line. An argument ensued, and it's still going on. Bobby Clark awarding a point to Hovland and Steffes, and so now our score is 8-6. Hovland and Steffes catching up in a very unusual way.
And if they can get back to an 8-7 side change, they should count their lucky stars, because they have not played particularly well. And now St. John said, see, if we hadn't moved the rope, that ball would have been out.
Well, St. John, in his defense, and I'm not going to do this very much, when he is precise, he dribbles it right on the rope. And if he's right, if it's out, then it's got to be in.
I think both the players were right to question the positioning of the line. What I disagree with is that the referees and the court officials waited for about 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes to do anything about it. St. John said, what the heck, we've been out here too long. Here, I'll fix the lines. And then he got a red card for that.
Could have been correct on the argument, but their presentation was weak.
Well, the packaging was a little bit tough.
Yeah, a little rugged.
If they would have wrapped it in nice silky wrapping instead of the brown paper bag, it would have been all right.
Now, keep in mind, Hovland and Steffes coming through the loser's bracket, the more tired team, but they got a good break during the argument.
Well, they gained a point, and they didn't have to expend any energy, and Kent and Hov are looking a little bit smoother. What they need here is some help.
In the finals of the winner's bracket, Hovland and Steffes down 10-0. Came back to take a 13-12 lead, only to blow it 15-13.
First team to put any pressure at all on Smith and Stoklos this summer on the tour. There we go with a break.
Smith hits it out, and Smith and Stoklos are complaining that they were quick served by Hovland. So we have it all for you today. They're saying that the ball was in the air, and they're correct. They're correct again, but it's not going to help them. Hovland threw the ball up. It was in play.
I heard the whistle.
Yes, but Hovland threw the ball up before the whistle.
Hovland was quick.
Oh, hopefully we can find it. We're going to take timeout. 8-7, Smith-Stoklos hanging on, but Hovland and Steffes are coming back. Score Smith-Stoklos with a 1-point lead. Ready for our new segment called the Up-and-Comers. Let's meet 2 new players, Paul Sunderland.
Every week we're going to try to bring you a couple of the newest faces on the Pro Beach Tour, and we're calling them, there it is, the Up-and-Comers. First, you've got Rudy Dvorak from University of Southern California. Last year, he was ranked only 24th. But this year in Honolulu, he finished second, by far his best ever. He's quick, he's tenacious, known for his defense, but getting much more effective on the offensive end as the year wears on. Look for he and Brooke Vanderway later on. And then you've got the Louis man, Brian Lewis, only 23. And Brian Lewis is a great athlete. He can jump serve, he can play defense. What he needs is a big partner to get up there and block. One of the best players on the tour coming up at only 23. Watch for Brian Lewis later on. And there you get a look at just a couple of the up-and-comers, and we'll be bringing more of them to you as the season goes along.
There's another delay on the court, so we'll be back. 8-7, Smith-Stoklos leading Hovland and Steffes at the moment. Ball dug by Steffes and a point. So the argument has worked in favor of Hovland and Steffes. They got a rest. They got a free point on a bonus red card. Then Smith hit one out of bounds when he thought he was quick serve. And we are tied at 8.
Right now, public relations is responsible for this comeback. Hovland and Steffes have recruited this huge crowd in their corner, and St. John and Randy still a bit distracted by the arguments early on.
Hovland utilizing the lollipop deep.
Got to get it much deeper, though.
Smith, cut shot inside. Nice shot. So Smith and Stoklos have to get their game faces back on, start concentrating on volleyball.
When I was talking to Tim Hovland in the mailbag about your rumored return to the beaches, I hope Chris comes back, because then I'll take his job and I'll gruel him about his lollipop until the sun goes down.
I'll tell you something, Volleyball Monthly is having the dream matchup as we look at the elapsed time, 33-41 so far. Volleyball Monthly is having the dream matchup, the greatest game of all time. And Jim Mangus and I play Hovland and Dodd in the next issue. And I think we're going to kick their butts, I have to tell you that.
Who's going to win the screaming contest, though? That's what I want to know. You get on St. John about screaming. You weren't exactly a wallflower.
I couldn't play today. He'd have to have a deck of red cards. He'd have to have 52.
Just need 15.
8-8 is our score. And both teams serving relatively easily right now. So Stoklos will get the ball. If you just joined us, Smith and Stoklos led early. A big argument erupted, and Hovland, I want to say Hovland and Dodd. Hovland and Steffes have come back. Smith,
set.
Nice dig. Could be a point. Oh. No! Hovland blocks it back.
A huge block. Something teams have not been doing is blocking against St. John Smith in transition. You can't give him an open net. I don't care if he's 33, 34. He's going to still be doing this when he's 38. You got to block against him all the time.
Hovland, who graduated from USC, his degree in communications, his outside business interest, real estate. Chance for a point. Steffes got it. And Steffes and Hovland have their first lead of the game.
On a big run here, they were down, if I'm not mistaken, Chris, 8-4 or 8-5, have outscored Smith and Stoklos 5-0, 4-0.
9-8. Steffes and Hovland. As Hov continues to lick the lollipop deep.
That's a good serve, deep down the middle. Tight set.
Blocked. Smith has it. Oh, what a set. And Smith tinsels it down the line.
Nobody else on the beach makes that play except Randy Stoklos. He has got such sweet hands and works to get himself in perfect position. You can't set the ball unless you get there with your legs and body.
He was voted the best setter, I think, the last 3 or 4 years. You can see St. John Smith's record in the finals. He very rarely loses. Keep in mind, Hovland and Steffes, if they win, then we'll go to the 7-point tiebreaker. If Smith and Stoklos win, it's over. The product of double elimination, which Paul Sunderland loves.
We've already had a long conversation in the players' tent, in the media tent, with the fans. Anybody who will listen, got to have this game go to single elimination.
Stoklos takes it on 2. And St. John and Randy looking very serious right now. Stoklos, his lifetime prize money, $702,000. Stoklos, $5,000 behind Smith. And the way the money is going this year, Paul, both of them could get up to $1 million in prize money if things went superbly.
Randy Stoklos with his 3rd service error. When we look at the stats, kept for us so well today by John Hastings, one of the publishers of Volleyball Monthly, helping us out here today in Fort Myers. Oh, the tweener. Got to get that one.
I want to know if Marlowe and Mangus are going to beat Hovland and Dodd in the dream matchup. If we get the serve, we got him. If we get the serve, we've got him.
Who's going to block on that team?
We'll play 77 rules and wait him out. We side out until Hovland tears off his shirt and tears Dodd's head off. Smith serving, 9-8.
Oh,
the husband and wife play. There it was, the first one of this weekend, right down the pipe. And no communication on this baby.
Not the heater, just tremendous accuracy and heads bowed in divorce court. No communication.
Smith, we're tied at 9.
Come on.
This game has had a little of everything. Hovland. And Hovland chops it inside. A good one going, 9-9. If you missed our semifinal, Eric Wirtz and Roger Clark played very, very well. They got 3rd, losing to Hovland and Steffes in our semi.
Same team beat Brent Frohoff and Mike Dodd 15-2 in the match for 4th place. So Steffes and, Dodd and Frohoff continue to struggle a little bit. They finishing 4th today.
This is our final.
Timeouts for Stoklos.
And
he deserved.
It is going on. When the weather is hot and there's not much wind, you always get a very long match. Players toweling off, players taking their time. Hovland Blocked by Stoklos, but it's out of bounds. And Hovland trying to work the hands of Stoklos, does one time. Of course, Stoklos has stuffed Hovland already in this game. And the intense look of the king of the beach.
Not serving tough enough. Got to drive St. John deep. If you serve the ball so he does not have to back up, he just starts walking in, passes the ball perfectly. I think the best passer in the history of the game, and then it's much easier for him to side out. You have to make him take a couple steps backwards.
Best passer in the history of the game.
On the beach.
You said that.
I said
okay. There have been some great ones. Steffes going to attack. 9-9 is our score. And there's the cut shot by Kent Steffes. A shot that he has not used very much, but a shot he has been working on, but you don't see it too much. No one there. Or nobody home, as Mark the Cub Jacobs used to say up in Santa Barbara.
Nobody home.
Steffes back to the jump serve, looking for a point. Maybe get the husband and wife back here. Rocket, ace! 10-9. Steffes and Hovland. And Smith comes up a Sandman. The sand very sticky here in Florida.
That wasn't the husband and wife. This is the gigolo sneaking in through the back door right down the line. Tough one to get.
10-9. And a 20-second timeout. 20-second timeout taken by Smith and Stoklos. Smith and Stoklos led early, 8-4. Don't forget, join us next week when the Pro Beach Volleyball Tour heads down to Fort Lauderdale, the Miller Lite Fort Lauderdale Open. Check your local listings for the time of the broadcast. If you're in the Fort Lauderdale area, come out and say hello. We'll be down there, and it will be a lot of fun. What a scene, what a setting. The beach, the hotels, the water, the fans. It's spring break. Boy, I wish I was in college again, Paul. Except for the study. And the grades. 10-9. Hovland and Steffes. Now, let's see if the 20-second timeout of Smith Stoklos makes Steffes' serve go off kilter. No, a pretty good one. Here comes Stoklos. It's tight. Oh! Stoklos slashing.
I know Randy's got all the shots. He knows it. Hovland knows it. But when the set is tight, if it's not going to be a joust, if Randy's going to swing hard, watch, he gives it away early, jumps past the ball and wants to crank straight down the line. That's the shot you got to set up on first and take away.
Stoklos, he's using a float serve. He has a jump serve if he needs it, but it's hard to get it. Great short serve. Ace for Stoklos, and we're tied at 10. Final. Smith Stoklos, Hovland, Steffes. We're tied at 10. Stay with us. More coverage of Men's Pro Beach coming up. The Miller Lite Fort Myers Open. We're here in Fort Myers. It's spring break. One of the locals think of Men's Pro Beach Volleyball. Paul Sunderland went out and asked him, and this is what they said.
I like the players that don't have a real bad attitude, because I saw one and he was really bad. He was good at volleyball, but every time he messed up, he would yell at himself.
The athletics. I mean, it takes everything to play volleyball. It isn't just, standing in one position. You need every part of your body to play beach volleyball. And people don't think that you're supposed to be in condition. When they see these guys laying on the beach, hey, you got to be lifting weights. You got to be doing everything, absolutely everything in order to make it good.
Oh, the guys. And the way they play volleyball.
I guess a bikini contest.
I like watching their hot runs.
Back to the action as Hovland tries to slice one through. Stoklos got it. And here comes Hovland. Out of bounds. Point. Smith and Stoklos ahead now, 11-10. I think that little kid had it right, Paul. Too much arguing. Too much yelling and screaming.
I think there's just enough. That's the personality of this sport and what made it great.
11-10. 20-second sand timeout now to Hovland and Steffes. So Hovland and Steffes. Not familiar with beach volleyball? Let's go back. First World Championship, 1976, won by Greg Lee and Jim Menges. And the first prize money ever offered, $5,000. I got a little piece of that. About 400 of it. Not much, but that was 1976. And short years later, $2.6 million. Big change, 76, 86, 15 years. Hovland off Stoklos, out of bounds. Hovland and Steffes now on the bad side. What do they have to do, Paul?
Well, they've got to concentrate on, really step up their concentration every point scoring opportunity. They've had a couple go by the board, and they've got to serve tougher. Even when they're on the bad side, they got to try to put some pressure on Smith and Stoklos, particularly with the jumper from Steffes.
The wind is coming off the water. It's a light breeze. It really doesn't favor either side, although the left side of the court, or the near side right here, is considered the best side.
That's it.
And Stoklos turns down the line. That's a play you want to get off and fake block if you can.
Yeah, absolutely. Get off the net, make Randy Stoklos hit the ball at you from 7 or 8 feet off the net. Look at this ball.
Way
it's
back.
Way back. Steffes should fake, and then peel back, cover the court with 2 players instead of just 1.
Smith Stoklos by 1. And Steffes on 2 hits it into the net. And Hovland gives him a glare that might melt his sunglasses.
Well, Steffes wanted to set the ball, and Hovland at the last moment said, hit it, and a good play if it works, but if it doesn't, cost you big time.
12-10, utilizing the short serve. Smith and Stoklos really have every weapon in their arsenal.
Well, and you've seen it. Randy Stoklos usually scores with the jumper. he scores with the short serve against Tim Hovland. St. John Smith, you've seen the jumper with accuracy and the sky ball.
This is our final.
Steffes needs an ace or something good to happen here. Perfect pass.
Or a king or a queen. Cut shot, Smith. So gentle. It just paralyzes that team. Why doesn't everybody do it? Because it's a very difficult shot.
And also, what makes this possible, watch the perfect set from Randy Stoklos. Wide open. Kent Steffes is breaking line because St. John Smith also has the super accurate line shot as well.
Hovland. Smith has it right up to the net. Could be a point. Backhand flipper. Score! Randy Stoklos and St. John Smith looking like the team that won $250,000 last year. Looking like the team that won the Kings of the Beach title. And Hovland and Steffes now going to take a full timeout. And so are we. 13-10 is our score. Smith and Stoklos have the lead when we return to Fort Myers Beach. Huge crowd on hand here at the Miller Lite Fort Myers Beach Open. I'm Chris Marlowe along with Paul Sunderland. Everybody is here. If you're anybody in Fort Myers, you are here at this beach watching final action. Smith Stoklos, Hovland Steffes. Hovland Steffes led briefly, but Smith Stoklos really have turned on the screws.
Well, they've been able to do that in several matches this weekend. They were pressed a little bit in the quarterfinals and just stepped it up. At 10-all, they own the game from then on.
Hovland and Steffes down by 3. They're on the bad side. They need a point or 2 on this bad side to have a chance. And Stoklos is towing the line, looking for that short serve once again. They're trying to serve Hovland short. And maybe they know something. Maybe Hovland has a bad back.
Well, they want to put the pressure on Kent Steffes setting the ball.
What's so hard about that?
Well,
as Hovland drills it.
You get the perfect pass, it's fine. But I think Smith and Stoklos feel that they can score as long as they keep their side-out game together by keeping the ball on Hovland.
Smith and Stoklos, one of the great side-out teams in history. They're able to get that ball back. They don't allow points. And Hovland, good serve, low and tight. Blocked! Blocked! Steffes with the flying gainer.
That is, first of all, anticipation, great read, and physical ability. I thought Randy Stoklos was going to crater this one straight down. Tough serve by Tim Hovland. We don't see many of them from him. St. John with the missed pass. Randy going up trying to rip it, pays for it.
There's another good serve. Stoklos backpedaling. Smith. Hovland has it. A chance to go to 13-12. Big play here. Hovland can't get it. Smith will come at you. Smith. Hovland chasing. He's got it. Hovland and Steffes need it bad. Not yet. Back over to Hovland. Not yet. Oh, out of bounds. Point.
You know what made that play? Kent Steffes breaking out the hands for the nice deep dish to the net. Hovland with the kill.
It is not over. We change sides, 13-12, but Hovland and Steffes are going to the good side. Back in beautiful Fort Myers, Florida, the Miller Lite Fort Myers Beach Open. Chris Marlowe and Paul Sunderland. St. John Smith Randy Stoklos, Tim Hovland, and Kent Steffes, 13-12. But Hovland and Steffes have scored 2 straight points. And we're talking about the Killer Loop Kill Award. It's tight action. Hovland leading at the moment. Steffes and Stoklos right behind, and Smith with 10. So going for the $500 in addition to the $75,000 split up prize money is $16,000 split as Hovland and Steffes try to tie. Smith blocked out of bounds. Oh, Steffes wanted that. He thought he had it.
That's the play when you have to get Smith and Stoklos when you've made a run. You've got to stop that first side out. Now they go back with confidence. They still have a lead. St. John may send it up, or you'll see the jump serve.
Maybe a spinner into the husband and wife area. It looks like
send
St.
it
John.
up.
Yeah. Here comes a sky ball. And Steffes will handle.
Good pass.
Good set. Hit his block. Stoklos. Got it! Randy Stoklos and St. John Smith. I tell you, St. John is one of the best, or if not the best, at bumping a deflected block.
Well, I said he was the best passer ever on the beach. He's just great underhand. Off the deflection, ball spinning, doesn't matter, right on top of the net.
It is championship point. Number 1 and a 20-second timeout taken by, that is 3 by Steffes and Hovland. So Hovland and Steffes trying to figure out what to do. They're scoring points. They just are not siding out quite as efficiently as Smith-Stoklos.
Well, when you get Smith and Stoklos on a bad run, you've got to keep them on it. Out of the timeout, out of the side change, you've got to come right out against St. John and make something happen. If he gets that good side out rhythm back, and he gets it back with one play, you're in trouble. As we see, they go into match point right now.
Hovland and Steffes have one more 20-second timeout left if they want it. This is for the tournament. Hovland.
Oh. Boy, slicing and dicing to get that side out. Passed the ball very, very low, and Ken at 6'5", still able to get in there with his paws.
Best rotation for Hovland Steffes right here. Hovland at the net, Steffes jump serving. Can he get it in with the pressure, though? Pretty good one. Stokey has it. Here he comes. And it's gone. 14-12. Steffes and Hovland led briefly, but Smith and Stoklos closing in. Second championship point. Hovland. And Hovland got a touch off the hands of Stoklos.
Nice high flat shot, and Tim Hovland still trying to get this crowd into it, and they need a score right here.
Hovland trying to get juiced.
Got to figure they're going to go to St. John Smith here. I would.
Stoklos too big, too strong at the moment. (12) serving 14.
Deep middle.
Oh, bad set, and it's out of bounds. Boy, you never see that. Stoklos set the ball horribly out of bounds over the net.
I've seen that happen once before from Randy Stoklos, and I've seen him set the ball about 47 billion times.
He's got the best hands on the beach.
What a gap.
14-13. It might not matter. Can Hovland and Steffes tie it up? Playing to 15, must win by 2. Ball is dug. This could tie it up.
Got to get this near the net.
Hovland can't get there. And Steffes had trouble with the bump.
Took a chance. You got to take the chance. It's just that when the pressure is on, you need to put the ball to the net perfectly. Randy's chance was an easy one. Kent's was a bit tougher.
Third championship point for Smith-Stoklos. And the final 20-second timeout taken by Hovland and Steffes.
Got one regular left.
The 4 20-second timeouts have been used. Hovland and Steffes taking their time. The championship of the Miller Lite Fort Myers Open hanging in the balance. Smith and Stoklos won the first tournament of the year, Hawaii, looking to go 2 straight.
St. John Smith to serve championship point.
Number 3, serving short. Hovland blocked. That's it.
There it is, number 1 and number 1 in every tournament so far this year. St. John Smith Randy Stoklos go on and win 15-13 with a stuff block by the Stokey at the end.
Ladies and gentlemen, please remain off center court.
So Smith and Stoklos, it took a while,
Presentation in just a moment.
but Smith and Stoklos prevail. They win their second tournament of the year. We'll continue with our coverage of men's Pro Beach. Smith and Stoklos do it again. Yes, Tim Hovland had a killer performance, but it wasn't quite enough. St. John Smith and Randy Stoklos defeat Hovland and Steffes.